Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of
Everything can be hacked, and everyone.
Listening to Know the Lore on the NerdSloth Network. Hey, I missed you. It's really been a while since we last talked, and we finally, after months of sleuthing and waiting, have uncovered the new hero, Sombra. And so now I feel really vindicated because in episode 3 of this podcast, way back when, I was trying to piece together the puzzle and mistakenly thought Sombra and Ana were one and the same. And as it turns out, the original concept art for Sombra was actually very similar to Ana's final design. So now I don't feel as dumb. But hey, you're here to learn more about her backstory, which is what we're gonna do. So Sombra, as we know her, grew up in war-torn Mexico after the Omnic crisis had ended. The economy was desolate, and so many lives had been lost, including her parents. However, as a young girl, she had a very particular set of skills. She was uniquely gifted with understanding computer systems from a very early age, and it was really easy for her to hack just about anything. And it wasn't just computers, she was cunning and manipulative, able to convince or blackmail people into doing whatever she needed. She was taken in by the Los Muertos gang. Believing that the Mexican government rebuilt the country's infrastructure in ways that benefited the rich while exploiting the poor, Los Muertos waged war in an attempt to overthrow the government, using Sombra's abilities to aid them. In one endeavor, she accessed and then hacked into the computer of Commissioner Rivera after she delivered him a basket of bread to his desk. This moment only fueled her to do more, and she began hacking corporations, politicians, even entire governments. However, in her arrogance, the girl stumbled across some information surrounding a global conspiracy, and whatever was on the other side of that conspiracy turned its eyes towards her. In a panic, she erased all traces of herself and her life, and went off-grid and into hiding. Years later was when she reemerged under the guise of Sombra. But it wasn't just her name that changed. With nothing to lose, Sombra got into some highly advanced underground tech, and had it grafted to her body and brain, basically turning her into her own computer and becoming the most efficient hacking machine known to date. She was now determined to uncover the conspiracy she had previously stumbled upon, and became ruthless in her cyberattacks, gaining the attention of another infamous group, Talon. After being recruited, Sombra aided the terrorist organization in launching a massive cyberattack across the globe, targeting corporations with heavy influence in government. She also returned to aid Los Muertos in launching attacks against Lumerico by hacking the company website and making posts about how CEO Guillermo Portero was exploiting the poor and using the profit for his own personal gain, and that he had established a firm grip on the government, which he soon stood to control. Sombra infiltrated his personal email and leaked the information there to the public, inciting a revolution of the Mexican people against Lumerico. In the animated short Infiltration, we see a Talon strike team consisting of Reaper, Widowmaker, and Sombra infiltrating Volskaya Industries with the mission of assassinating its CEO, Katya Volskaya. The mission seemed to go as planned. Sombra hacked the security systems, although toying with Reaper and trying his patience. But Reaper dispatched of the guards, and Widowmaker took up position, ready to fire on Katya Volskaya. However, as she prepared to pull the trigger, a security alarm sounded. Sombra then chased down Volskaya herself while Reaper dealt with the security teams. Using her stealth and hacking abilities, Sombra infiltrated the safe room where Volskaya hid. It was there that Sombra revealed that she actually set off the alarm herself. She made a deal stating that if Volskaya would help her when asked, then she wouldn't leak information to the Russian people that the tech Volskaya Industries was using to create weapons were actually coming from the Omnics, who Russia is currently fighting a war against. Having no other choice, Volskaya agreed, and Sombra left in stealth mode just as more guards arrived. Regrouping with Reaper and Widowmaker, she informed them that Volskaya had gotten away before she could take her life. So just what is Sombra playing at? My only guess is that her prime mission is only uncovering the conspiracy and the powerful people behind it, and that she's using and manipulating Talon and others in a sort of chess game to achieve her own goals. Needless to say, Sombra is now one of the most intriguing characters in Overwatch, and I'm looking forward to finding out more about her. One more tidbit about Sombra: her translocator, which she can toss or place somewhere and teleport to at another time, is actually tech that she stole and then modified from Winston. So we knew Ana Amari was a possibility, and we knew Sombra would show up eventually. Now that they've both arrived, who do you think we will see added to the roster next? Many players expect to see Doomfist, but then there's also the other founding member of Overwatch, Liao, that we still know nothing about. We've also heard mention of a character named Soundquake, and there's suspicion that Athena, Winston's computer AI, and the announcement voice you hear during the matches may also have a physical appearance at some point. Or do you think it'll be something totally different for the next character? Let me know your thoughts by emailing ktl@nerdsloth.com, or you can message me personally on Twitter @Slurrednerd. And real quick, one big thank you to everybody that's been adding me to the PlayStation Network since this show began. It's been a lot of fun playing with you guys and getting to talk to you, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing more of that. If you want to add me to the PlayStation Network, just look for Slurrednerd. So once again, this podcast is going to be going on hiatus until we get the next juicy bit of Overwatch lore, so thank you all again for listening. Boop!
Chris here. If you enjoy the show, please rate, like, subscribe, comment, or share, as every little bit you do helps the show. Know the Lore is recorded and produced by NerdSloth. More episodes can be found at nerdsloth.com, along with our other awesomely nerdy shows. Search for NerdSloth on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Music heard during the show is the Overwatch Victory theme remixed by DJ Effiksha. Go to effiksha.com to hear more.